Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel Salwa.KhanCREATION. Today we are discussing about the moon phases in the northern hemisphere. The moon's phases in the northern hemisphere follow a predictable pattern that repeats approximately every 29.5 days. These phases are a result of the changing positions of the moon, earth, and the sun. Here's a brief overview of each phase. New moon. The moon is not visible from Earth as it is positioned between the Earth and the sun. Waxing crescent, a small sliver of the moon, becomes visible in the western evening sky. This crescent shape grows larger each night. First quarter, half of the moon is visible, creating what is often referred to as the half moon. It's visible in the evening sky. Waxing gibbous, more than half of the moon is illuminated, and it continues to grow larger as it moves toward the full moon phase. 2152, September 23, 2023, Salwa.KhanCREATION. The first thing to understand, though, is that one side of the moon is always fully lit by the sun. What changes is how much of the illuminated portion of the moon we can see from Earth as the moon moves in its orbit. Here's your guide to the 8 moon phases. 2153, September 23, 2023, Salwa.KhanCREATION. Before we delve into each phase individually, let's take a moment to orient ourselves in the moon phases diagram below, beginning with imagining Earth at the center of this illustration and the sun adjacent to the new moon. 2154, September 23, 2023, Salwa.KhanCREATION. Think of the phases labeled new moon, first quarter, full moon, and third quarter as the numbers 12, 9, 6, and 3 on a clock, respectively. For those of us in the northern hemisphere, the moon travels in a counterclockwise orbit. Each of these primary moon phases marks a quarter of the lunar cycle and lasts only a moment. The remaining phases, waxing crescent, waxing gibbous, waning gibbous, and waxing gibbous, mark the timeframes between the primary phases. Don't worry, we'll define these terms soon. Each of these in-between phases lasts about 7 days and 9 hours. Altogether, the lunar cycle takes 29.5 days to complete. When you observe the moon in the sky, ask yourself which side is aglow. Is it the right? Then you know the moon is waxing, or progressing toward a full moon. Is it the left side? The full moon has passed. So, the appearance and position of the moon change based on the way the Earth and moon orbit the sun and the fact that the Earth spins round once every 24 hours. But with all this spinning and orbiting, it begs the question, why don't we see the moon spinning too? In fact, though we always see the same side of the moon is spinning. It's just spinning at exactly the same rate as its orbit, one revolution every 27 days. Effectively, its day is as long as its year. This is no coincidence. It's called synchronous rotation and is a result of the gravitational tug-of-war between the Earth and the moon. In the distant past, the moon was rapidly spinning close to the Earth. But then gravity from Earth's huge mass began to take effect. Tidal forces allowed the moon to drift away from the Earth in its orbit and slowed its spin. Eventually, the moon reached a point where one side was always facing the Earth. The same forces that caused the moon to always show the same face to Earth continue to influence the moon and Earth today. The moon still drifts further away a few centimeters a year. What is more surprising, though, is that the moon and Earth's gravitational tug-of-war is slowing down the Earth's rotation a tiny bit too. If it were not for the sun's eventual demise, this would continue until the Earth and moon were tidally locked. In this situation, both the moon and Earth would spin at the same rate of 47 days, showing the same face to each other for the rest of their existence. Thank you for watching my video. If you like the video, give a huge thumbs up and share it. Press the bell icon for more informative videos.